Hello everyone and welcome to IDZ Premise Teen Talk. I am Ideraolua Ebenezer. Yeah, we are talking about teen conversations because they are not really talked about in today's generation. Talks about leadership, talks about career growth, talks about growing as a teen generally. And yeah, so this is what this space is for. Welcome to IDZ Premise Podcast once again. And today we have our guest, Mr. Mojeku Dona.
Thank you so much, Ebenezer, for having me here. It's such a wonderful time being here. Thanks so much.
Yeah, so Mr. Mojeku Donald is the founder of Dovox Foundation,
Yes.
right here. And yeah, he's a student of the University of Ibadan. We've known each other for quite a while now. And yeah, we're just going to be discussing teen conversations generally. I'm going to be asking him a few questions about his teenage life, how he grew, and we'll just be sharing it for teenagers out there that want to grow as well. My first question is, what do you think about your teenage years?
What do I think about my teenage years?
Yes.
So, growing up as a teenager, what you always had in mind was not all this, conference or career goals. My own teenage years was just us talking about, okay, when is the next outing we can go to, when can we play ball, when can we do this. So my own teenage years, there was not really much talk on the future. It was just based on the present. It was just based on, okay, who are we going to impress? How are we going to dress? How are we going to look like? And all these things that, just to make ourselves look fancy. Nobody was talking of, okay, which university are we going to go to? Although there was a little bit of talk here and there, but it was not really that common. To just everybody just talking about impression and validation.
Okay, so impression and validation. So in your teenager, was there any talk about school life with your friends? Want to go to university,
Okay, so the thing is, I always have like different kind of friends. I don't know if everybody does that, but sometimes there are some friends that we talk about school, there's some friends that talk about different things. So it, like I said, like if you want to try and balance it, the kind of friends I have that will talk about school and career path, it was like 70-30. So 30 on career path, 70 on impression.
Okay, that's really interesting because conversations play a bigger role in how we shape
exactly.
our identity as teenagers. But when people start discussing ideas, challenge, and opportunity, it naturally expands the way they see things. So from your experience, do you think environment around teenagers encourage the kind of thoughtful discussion? Or do you feel there are more distractions that drag their attentions?
Okay, I will say environments. Yes, environment play a major factor in the way teenagers think or the way they act or the way they do. So let's say, for instance, you cannot compare a child. Let's say, okay, like let's use Nepo baby and Lapo baby. You cannot compare a Nepo baby that's maybe staying where everything is just brought to him. They give him this, they give him. So that kind of person does not think about, okay, how do I make money? How do I do this? How do I do that? You're just having straight, like just going straight. So compared to someone that is maybe in the slums, and that person has different distractions coming, life throws you this, life throws you that, and when you are trying to think about, okay, how can I move further? And before you know it, another distraction will just come in. So environment play a major role in teens conversation, the way they are brought up.
Okay, so environments play a major role
in the way
things are brought up. Now, I would like to move to the impact of social media on teen conversations. Social media has always made communication faster and more accessible. So, and for teenagers who are still forming their identity, who are just who wants to see the world view, the environment, how the environment can influence them. So, in your own opinion, how much do influence of digital platform and online culture have on the conversations teenagers are having today?
Okay, digital platform. See, the thing, it can go both ways. So it depends on how you use it. Let's say, for instance, there are apps like X, there are apps like WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Instagram. So it depends on how you use it and how you want it to be. So you could use maybe app like Instagram, you could use it for a bad something, and you could also use it for like to foster your growth. Let's say like then we were more on Instagram focus, like lifestyle and this and that. But now the whole this thing is shifting. Everybody now, okay, LinkedIn, jobs, okay, job opportunity, internship. So, digital platform is like is an ally and a foe. It depends on how you make use of it. So you cannot say that, it is just on the bad side. You cannot just say it's on the good side. It depends on how the teenager, him or herself, use the app. Okay, I want to use it for this. I want to use this app for this purpose. I want this for that purpose. It just depends on how you make use of it. So yeah.
Okay, so depending on how they make use of it. So do you think that this influence, the influence of the social media platform makes it harder or easier for young people to focus on personal growth?
Make it harder or easier? Like I said before, it's like a double-edged sword. So, if for instance, app like LinkedIn, you are connected with various maybe students of your age range, and you are seeing people talk about big things, how they built this, how they founded this association, how they're leading this initiative. Normally your mindset will want to adjust to that kind of lifestyle. Exactly. Okay, these people are doing these big things. Let me be like them. Oh, I want to be the next child that we found this, or I want to be the next first class graduate in my family. So when you see things like this online, you just want to be like them. But on the other part, you could see people as well, maybe showcasing a lifestyle that is not really what they are doing. They just want to just put it out there, okay, for like clout and all of that. And you might be influenced, this person, this is how he's living his life. I like his lifestyle. And you don't know what is going on behind the scene. And it just kind of like put this kind of like, fog all over your vision. So, like I said, it's like a double-edged sword. So it makes it easier and make it harder. So there's no really like, a middle part, or there's no one side, it's not a one-sided thing.
So it depends on how the teen himself handles the social media platform.
Yes, exactly.
Depending on how he makes use of it, is going to determine whether it's going to be hard for him or
yes.
So I'll move into the value of thoughtful conversations.
Okay.
So one thing I strongly believe is that teenagers are capable of deeper thinking.
Yes.
Teenagers we're having these days, if I give a 5-year-old boy your phone, and
actually,
they will perform that, you'll be surprised.
So surprising.
Young people are curious by nature, very, very curious, except there are some that, because of the way they grew up, they are just a bit backward. Yeah. So, that's just part of motivation, rather. I would like to ask you, when you interact with teenagers today, do you feel they are interested in deeper conversations when they are given the opportunity?
Okay, do I feel there's this person, he's just turned 19. So, and whenever I discuss with him, all we discuss about is how, okay, sometimes I even go to meet him and, okay, this is what I'm trying to do. How can we collaborate on this? So he wants that conversation that, expand your horizon. He just search for more knowledge. He search for deeper conversation, like you said. So yes, I feel sometimes when I discuss with teenagers, they just want to discuss deeper than how is everything going, how is life and all of that. How can we do this? How can we start this initiative? How can we make things go further? How can we make ourselves better? How can we put ourselves out there? So people are now shifting from this conversation that, okay, how can I buy the next iPhone or something? Exactly. So, okay, how can I get the next internship? So teenagers they are reforming their thoughts. So they are searching for answers like this. So yeah, I've met a lot of teenagers and they ask this kind of question. They want to have this kind of conversation that you keep wondering that, during my time I was never like this. So yes, their thought process has changed. They want something more than the normal average discussion.
Okay. So, like, apart from the 19, have you had other interactions with other teenagers? Like, I know Dovox Foundation goes to schools to meet. So, have you had an opportunity to interact with those from secondary schools?
Yeah, okay. The thing, Dovox Foundation, we go to schools to teach them different skills. And one surprising fact was that when we were going to these schools, we just had the mindset that these people might not really be too interested in what we are doing, or they just want to just come and go. But when we went to the school, we were so surprised that the kind of question that these students were asking, that they want to even throw you question and might just throw you up banners. So you now be wondering that, and when some of them, you ask some of them their age, they'll tell you 14, 15. So it's not really that kind of, the conversation that lead to internship, but when we came to teach them, when we came to, okay, they are just so eager to learn, and they just want, okay, when they went back the second time when we came, they tried this, they tried that, they wanted to know more, they were open to learning. So we interacted with about 20, 30 teenagers from 14 to 16 years, and the way they ask the questions, you will know that, this question has a lot of backing behind it. There have been some kind of research that went on.
Okay, so those teenagers, like you said, when they see new things that can make them free to discuss their minds, they are ready to express themselves.
Exactly.
That is it. So what kind of topics do you think resonates most with those kind of teenagers, and when the conversations begin?
What kind of topic? The thing is, I would say topic based on career path, because now most people, then everybody, okay, I want to become a doctor, I want to become a lawyer, I want to become an engineer, and parents don't give children the ability or the room for them to decide their future for themselves. So they just have this fixated mindset. But I feel that if topics like maybe career discussion, okay, besides being a doctor, not everybody can be a doctor, not everybody can be a lawyer. There are other career paths, or what, okay, let's be open. What are you facing? What are some of the things that you want to explore as well? So I feel those kind of topics are something that resonates, that can open such discussion.
Okay, so that's thank you very much. Moving into our skill teenagers should start developing.
Okay.
In this 2020, is very fast.
Yeah,
I'm very surprised. So looking back at your own journey, what are some skills or habits you believe teenagers should begin developing early?
Okay, looking back at my own journey, I would say learn how to code. Because now everybody is just transferring to AI. You could use AI for anything. You could use AI for engineering, AI for medicine line. So but it's not just about coding. Just learn about the use of AI. It could be different skills as well. Okay, not everybody can go into AI as well, but just have like an understanding, even if it's not on that different level, just like a surface knowledge of these things. So you could also learn skills like graphic design, because I learn skills like, okay, videography that you can use, that, okay, when, something like that, okay, you have a skill. It's not just about to make money from it, to just, like, let it be, you have a craft that you can call your own. So, things like that. But I will really be big on, okay, learn how to use AI, learn how to code, learn how to do things like that, because, maybe by next 5-10 years, you would have shifted again, and everybody will go full blown into all these things here. Yeah. So I never really had that opportunity to like go into that space. So that's what I would just say, that learn skills like this, like AI or programming. Yeah.
So there are skills within skills. Now these skills that I mentioned are, what do we call it? Tech skills. Now are there any like emotional skills, like how do I call it? I want to put it like intelligent skills or psychological skills that they need to learn. You can, when you have all these digital skills, then AI, knowing of AI, graphic design, videography, everything. Now, when you get the job, I don't know how to handle human feelings. The other skills we have to. Yes. Now, what are the other skills that I think they need to know? Because most of these things, by the time they enter school, some of the attitude. They'll start losing friends, they'll start losing people around them, they don't know how to connect, they don't know how to. So what do you think can help them connecting with people, having friends that can make them grow together? What are those kind of skills that they need?
Okay, if you are talking about friends to grow, I would have said, okay, they should learn public speaking, because public speaking gives you the opportunity to put yourself out there. So imagine if you can talk to a crowd of 500, then one-on-one discussion like this is not going to be a very big deal. So it makes you want to read more, want to know more. And when you read, when you search for more knowledge, conversations like this can easily flow. Because whenever you want to deliver a speech, you need to do research on the topic, you need to understand your audience. So that skill can connect to other things as well. So it's not just about you speaking, it's about your body language as well. It's about how you present yourself, how you dress, how you talk, how you act. So it's not just what comes out of your mouth, is from your looks as well. Is it presentable?
Exactly.
So yeah, I'll say I'm big on public speaking because it will really help you a lot. Okay, whenever there's a presentation or it just makes you to express yourself more. Communication is key. Yeah, so yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much. You talked about public speaking. I think that public speaking, it really helps to develop their confidence.
Yes.
Because when you are able to address I remember the first time when I got admission to here and I contested for class rep with the other person. I didn't know he was already familiar with most of them,
Okay.
He came out with this confidence. I was like, there's nothing, it's just my classmate, I will come up with them.
Yeah,
But unfortunately for me, they discussed with our seniors and those ones were present with them to help us organize the voting session. And the crowd was much more than what I expected.
okay.
And I was talking, I was just, God, this guy should just open and swallow me. I really fumbled and I lost the election.
Like that.
So you really have to be able to talk with people,
Yes.
meet people, those that are older than you most times. In fact, they really help to shape your mentality. And so overcoming fear of asking big questions is what I want to go into. Right now, another thing that sometimes limits deeper conversations is fear. The fear of asking questions, expressing your ideas, fear of you might seem different, you might feel awkward. So when someone is willing to ask questions and explore new perspectives, it often leads to learning opportunities, or something you might miss. So did you ever experience moments where asking or thinking differently helped you gain a new understanding of something important?
Do I experience moments where asking or thinking differently help me gain
understanding of something important?
Yes, actually, because I have gone to various conferences and sometimes it's not just what the speakers might say. It could be the conversation you have maybe outside of the conference. So it could be maybe one thing that you might ask that might be bothering your mind, and one thing can lead to another. So from there you can connect it. So yes, there are so many times that I feel that okay, sometimes there are some things that I might have bottling up that when I speak with someone, when I have a conversation with someone, and the person understands me, we have conversation, we discuss on different things. Yes, it opens your mind to different perspectives, to open your mind to different possibilities. So yes, there are so many times I've asked a question and things like that, it just make me know better or be better.
Okay, so you talk about attending conference, and one thing I would say is, anywhere you see Donald, the first thing that comes to your mind is, what conference are we having?
What conference
is happening? If you see in Lagos, what conference is in Lagos? You see in Abuja, what conference is in Abuja? Donald and conference 5 and 6. Yeah, so advice for teenagers that are listening. As we begin to wrap up the conversation, I want you to give a little advice to them. What do you think they need? What do you think they should start doing from this young age, that will help them when they go into universities, when they start seeing life itself, because most of them don't even know what they are doing. So, what advice do you have for them?
Okay, my advice is, converse more, step outside of your comfort zone, don't remain, everybody always likes saying, oh, I'm an introvert. I'm not saying you should be an extrovert that goes to parties or something. Step out of your comfort zone as in, that skill that you are scared of doing. Let's say, you see people coding and because you feel that these people are born with such skills, that's why you don't want to go into it. So try and learn more. Try and discuss with older people that they've gone through this path. As for maybe if it's fear of asking big questions, then start with small questions. Okay, it could be like just something little that you know that you could say it out. Then from there, the small questions can come to big questions. Shift your mindset from when is the next outing to when is the next conference? How are we going to do this? How are we going to look forward into the future? Because, university is not as it seems in Nollywood. It's not that easy. So start now to, adapt to the little things, start stepping out of your comfort zone. Because when you enter into the 4 walls of university, life just hits you so fast.
Exactly.
So you don't know when you've gone year 1, year 2, year 3, and you're just wondering that, where am I? How did I do this? So it's when the little things that you started while you were in secondary school, the conversation you've had, okay, I want to become this. How do I do that? What can I do? What relevant skill do I need in this line of work? So start having those conversations now, because it start from the conversation. If possible, change your, should I say, circle of friends, because it's the kind of people that they always say, show me your friend, I'll tell you who you are. So basically, it's the kind of people that you stay around with. So let me like I said, for when I was a teenager, when I was in school, I did not really have this kind of conversation about job opportunities, or about internships, or about career talks. So we just talk about, maybe cruise about different things. But when I entered school, I saw a lot of people were not even talking about next party or something. They were just talking about their grade, or 5.0 or 4.0. They were just talking about how we're gonna go to this conference, how we're gonna get this thing done, what skill can I learn. And the conversation started changing. My mindset started shifting. So I will not say I started too late, but it would be better if you could start it right now. So limit the TikTok and the Instagram, and more of LinkedIn, because although LinkedIn might seem too professional, you could gain some insight from it, because it must not really look at, these people are doing, it must not, okay, I want to be like them, but it's too hard. Okay, look at their journey. How did they do it? How were they able to do it? Everybody started from somewhere. Don't just jump, crawl. And when you start crawling, walk. When you start walking, you can now run. So it takes time. And one thing I always say is that whenever you try something, there'll always be time where you fail, where you fall down, and where you feel like you cannot get up again. At that moment, in your deepest moment, is when you need to stand up and try again, and try again, and try, because you can never get something right at the first trial. Even if you get it right first, second trial, by the time you reach maybe the fourth and you now fall, it might be so drastic. So people always see failure as this kind of thing that, okay, I'm scared of failing, that maybe if I fail, people will laugh at me. But it's at that beginning stage that no one knows who you are yet. So you have a lot of time where you can fall down and try again. Okay, you want to learn a new skill. You tried it was too hard. It was giving you problem. You try it again. You try another part. You maybe search YouTube on how to tackle that issue and stuff like that. So as you fall down, your leg becomes stronger, your balance becomes better. So that is all I can say for teenagers out there. Just change conversations. Have conversations that are meaningful, that are beneficial to not just you, but to your peers around, because it's not just about what they tell you. Are you also telling them? So not as okay, my friends are saying this. Okay, what are you saying to your friends as well? Because you also influence them. Exactly. So try to influence them in a positive way. Try to shift that conversation. Yes. So that's what I just have to for them.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Donald. So everything out there that is watching us, and yes, this is not only to the teenagers. There are some youths that are in their 20s, 21, that, in fact, they don't even know what they are doing yet. But I will see some teenagers and I'll be like, what are you using TikTok for? The only reason I had to download TikTok was because of my business. That app is very, very, so I'm not saying you should not use TikTok. I'm not saying you should not use your Instagram, but let them be for your growth. Yeah. There are good things there that you can learn from it. You don't have to do this trend, do that trend. No. I'm not saying God writes your destiny with it. It's fine for you. So thank you all for your time, for watching us. Yeah, and this is Joseph from this podcast. I'm Idera Ebenezer, and with me we have
Mojiku Donald,
the founder of the Voice Foundation. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for see you on the next conversation.
Bye.